Hello, I'm Johnny Ford. I have had the opportunity to serve as mayor of historic Tuskegee, Alabama, the home of the Tuskegee Airmen, the home of Tuskegee University, the pride of the swift-growing South. I was elected in 1972. That was a great year in politics in the South. I became one of 8 African-American mayors elected in the great state of Alabama. The other mayors were Clyde Foster, the mayor of Triana, Alabama, the Honorable Mayor of Roosevelt City, the late Mayor Freddie Rogers, the Honorable Richard Lewis, the mayor of Brighton, the Honorable Andrew Hayden, mayor of Uniontown, Alabama, and of course the Honorable Jay Cooper, mayor of Pritchard, Alabama, yours truly, the mayor of Tuskegee, Alabama, and we even had one mayor to Mayor McMullen, who was elected mayor of McMullen, Alabama. He named the city after himself. So I said, why don't we join together and organize a conference so that we can speak as one voice? Remember, we've got to deal with Governor George Wallace, who is the governor of this state. And it makes more sense for 8 black mayors to say to the governor and to the Republican administration as one united voice rather than one of us trying to deal with the state or the national government. So they said it makes sense. So we agreed. Marion Barry invited us to come to Washington, D.C., and they also petitioned the Southern Conference of Black Mayors to allow us and requested us to expand our organization from the Southern Conference of Black Mayors into the National Conference of Black Mayors. We had grown from the Alabama Conference of Black Mayors in 1972 to become the Southern Conference of Black Mayors in 1974. And in 1979 and 80, we became the National Conference of Black Mayors. And in 1984, I hosted, when I was president of the National Conference of Black Mayors, we hosted mayors from Africa, because by that time I had gone to the Gambia and I had met with mayors there in the Gambia, and we were able to get a grant from the USAID and the World Bank to help redevelop the central marketplace in downtown the Gambia. And so after accomplishing something concrete and something that they could see and feel, because the central marketplace is the heart of the economy of any African town, Tuskegee and Banjul, the Gambia, became the first 2 cities, an African city and a predominantly African-American city, to enter into a sister city, twin city relationship. And so I said to Mayor George Mundy, who was the mayor of Banjul, the Gambia, the place where Alex Haley traced his roots, I said to him, Mr. Mayor, why don't we, it makes sense for mayors in Africa and mayors in the United States to work together. Why don't we organize a world conference of mayors? And the mayor said to me in his British tone, yes, Mr. Mayor, it makes sense. Let's do it. As Martin Luther King Jr. said, if you're around when I meet my day and you get someone to deliver the eulogy, tell them not to talk too long. Just mention that day, not where I went to school, not how many awards and degrees that I have. Just mention that day that I tried to help someone, that I was a drum major for freedom and justice, and that I tried to live my life serving others. That's the legacy that I want the World Conference of Mayors, the National Conference of Black Mayors, and the Alabama Conference of Black Mayors, and the Southern Conference of Black Mayors. I want all of these organizations that I was involved in as a founder to leave that legacy behind. that these organizations tried to help someone, tried to help mayors to be better mayors and more effective mayors, to be able to deliver something to help their people. It makes no sense to be a mayor if you can't help somebody, if you can't help someone, if you can't improve the quality of life for the people that you serve. Politics is about business. With me, I'm very serious when it comes to politics. Everyone knows that I use politics to help my people. And so the legacy we want to leave behind is that all of these organizations that we founded wants to leave a legacy and should leave a legacy of service, trying to help mayors and other elected and appointed officials become better and more effective in serving their people. Thank you.